Have you ever looked around your home and felt a strange weight on your shoulders? In America, we are taught from a young age that more is always better. We fill our garages with gadgets we rarely use. We fill our closets with clothes we never wear. Yet, despite all this abundance, many of us feel a deep sense of financial anxiety as we grow older. We worry about inflation eating away at our savings. We worry about outliving the money we worked so hard to earn. But across the ocean, in the quiet streets of Japan, there is a different way of living. It is a way of life that turns scarcity into a sense of sovereignty. The Japanese have a word that captures this feeling perfectly. That word is Mottainai. It is a word that expresses a deep regret when something is wasted. It is not just about being cheap or stingy. It is about honoring the spirit within every resource we possess. Today, we are going to explore how this ancient philosophy can heal your relationship with money. We will look at how you can find peace and build wealth slowly. This is not about complex stock market charts or risky investments. This is about the quiet power of enough. Think about the last time you felt true peace with your finances. For many of us, that feeling is rare. We are constantly told that we need more to be secure. But the Japanese practice of Hara Hachi Bu teaches us something else. In Japan, people are taught to eat until they are only 80% full. They believe this is the secret to a long and healthy life. This same principle can be applied to your bank account. Imagine if you stopped chasing 100% of your desires. Imagine if you lived on 80% of what you have and respected the rest. When we always reach for more, we live in a state of permanent hunger. This hunger creates a cycle of stress that never ends. By adopting the 80% rule, you create a buffer of safety. You are not depriving yourself. You are simply leaving room for life to happen. This is the first step toward financial serenity. It is about deciding that what you have right now is already enough. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us to upgrade. Upgrade your phone. Upgrade your car. Upgrade your lifestyle. But the Mottainai effect asks us to pause and look at what we already own. It asks us to see the hidden potential in every object. When we rush to replace something, we are telling ourselves that what we have is not good enough. This creates a mindset of lack that no amount of money can ever fill. True wealth is not found in the acquisition of new things. It is found in the deep appreciation of the old. Now let's talk about a tool that has helped Japanese families for over a century. It is called Kakeibo. It was created in 1904 by a woman named Hani Motoko. In a world full of digital apps and complex spreadsheets, Kakeibo is different. It only requires a simple notebook and a pen. There is a profound connection between the human hand and the human brain. When you type numbers into a phone, they often feel invisible. But when you write them down on paper, they become real. Kakeibo asks you to answer 4 simple questions every month. How much money do you have available? How much would you like to save? How much are you actually spending? And most importantly, how can you improve? Kakeibo encourages you to divide your spending into 4 distinct categories. The first category is survival. These are your absolute needs, like housing, food, and medicine. The second category is optional. These are things you enjoy but do not necessarily need. The third category is culture. This includes books, movies, or small trips that feed your soul. The fourth category is extra. These are the unexpected costs that life often throws our way. By writing down every single expense, you begin to see patterns. You see the moments when you spent money because you were tired or lonely. You see the small leaks in your bucket that are draining your future. This practice is not meant to make you feel guilty. It is meant to give you back your power. It turns the act of spending into a conscious choice. For those of us over the age of 60, this clarity is a gift. It removes the fog of uncertainty that keeps us awake at night. As we look deeper into the Japanese home, we find another secret. It is the concept of Wabi Sabi. Wabi Sabi is the art of finding beauty in imperfection. In the West, we are obsessed with perfection and luxury. We want everything to look brand new and shiny. But Wabi Sabi teaches us that a weathered wooden table has more character than a plastic one. A mended coat has a story that a new one lacks. When you embrace Wabi Sabi, the pressure to maintain a high status disappears. You no longer feel the need to keep up with the neighbors. You no longer feel ashamed of things that show their age. This shift in perspective can save you thousands of dollars over time. But more importantly, it saves your peace of mind. It allows you to live a life of authenticity rather than performance. But Mottainai goes even deeper than a budget. It is a spiritual connection to the things we own. In the West, we often view objects as disposable. If something breaks, we throw it away and buy a new one. But the Japanese see beauty in the broken and the old. They have an art form called kintsugi. When a ceramic bowl breaks, they do not hide the cracks. They repair the cracks with gold. This makes the bowl even more beautiful and valuable than before. This is the heart of the Mottainai effect. It is about repairing instead of replacing. It is about finding a second use for a glass jar or an old shirt. Every time you choose to honor an object, you are saving money. But more importantly, you are practicing a form of gratitude. Gratitude and anxiety cannot exist in the same space. When you are grateful for what you have, the urge to spend disappears. Think about the items in your home that have been with you for decades. They hold stories and memories. They are your silent companions. When we treat our possessions with respect, we treat our labor with respect. After all, money is simply a representation of the hours of your life you gave away. Wasting a resource is the same as wasting a piece of your own history. In Japan, even a single grain of rice is treated with reverence. There is a term called the Zen of the kitchen. It means using every part of a vegetable, from the root to the leaf. It means respecting the water you use to wash your dishes. It means being fully present in the small acts of daily maintenance. When you take care of the small things, the big things take care of themselves. This tiny habit of mindfulness adds up over the years. It builds a mountain of wealth that is quiet and steady. It is a wealth that inflation cannot touch. As we reach our later years, we begin to think about our legacy. What will we leave behind for our children and grandchildren? We often think of a legacy as a large sum of money, but the greatest legacy you can give is a way of thinking. If you teach your family the value of Mottainai, you give them a superpower. You give them the ability to be happy regardless of the economy. You show them that true wealth is found in the absence of waste. It is found in the ability to find joy in a simple cup of tea. It is found in the peace of a debt-free life. Many seniors in America are struggling with the rising cost of living. It can feel like a storm that never stops. But you can build a shelter within that storm. Start today by looking at one small thing in your home. Is there something you are going to throw away that still has value? Is there a small expense you can track in a notebook tonight? Perhaps it is the way you organize your pantry to avoid food waste. Or perhaps it is the choice to walk in the park instead of going to a mall. These small actions are like seeds planted in a garden. They do not grow overnight, but with patience and care, they will become a forest of security. The Japanese way of building money is slow for a reason. Slow things are stable. Slow things are intentional. When we move too fast, we make mistakes. We buy things we do not need to impress people we do not like. We lose track of our values in the rush of the moment. But when we slow down, we regain our focus. We begin to see the difference between a temporary craving and a lasting need. As you move through this week, try to carry the spirit of Mottainai with you. Notice the beauty in what is already yours. Feel the strength in your ability to say no to the noise of the world. You have worked hard for many years. You deserve to enjoy this chapter of your life without fear. Financial serenity is not a destination you reach. It is a path you walk every single day. It is a series of small, honorable choices. Before we finish today, I want to ask you a question. Think back to your own parents or your grandparents. Was there a small habit they had that helped them save money? Maybe it was something they said or a way they handled their home. Did they save buttons from old shirts? Did they have a special way of making a meal stretch for another day? I would love for you to share those stories in the comments below. Your wisdom can be a light for others who are searching for peace. We are building a community of people who value substance over status. Your story matters more than you know. If you found comfort in today's message, there is more to explore. Our next conversation will dive deeper into the specific rituals of Kakeibo. We will look at Catch, a simple paper journal can beat any modern app. We will show you exactly how to set up your own notebook for the coming month. Thank you for spending this time with me today. May you find peace in your home and strength in your spirit. Remember that you are already rich in the things that matter most. Walk slowly, live deeply, and honor the journey. I will see you in the next video. This content is for educational purposes only. It is not intended as formal financial or medical advice. Please consult with a professional before making major changes to your finances.